Hey, Lightwave. Tyler, you were not first, unfortunately. Hey, Wesley. Playing BO1 Moon so Wonder doesn't have to. People already reached round 100 on BO7? Yeah, I saw that. A few people already did. Yeah. Yeah, the Wonder Weapon isn't even on the map. Which is great, because it's like, hey, let's just drip feed everything that's gonna... Where's the challenge in that? What challenge? What do you mean? Hey, Kryn. Last gen Astra Malorium gameplay. Is that the name of the next map? Why are they already announcing the next map? Can I just ask that? How's it going? It's going well. We're gonna hit PB today, which is nice. I have Flopper, which is nice. Instas today? No. I'm gonna play for like 3 hours. So this will be a shorter stream than the last couple days. Holy crap, they made BO7 good? Well, this is the early footage, keep in mind. So, you know, this is not indicative of what the full game is gonna be like. Again, I feel like my whole problem with modern zombies is they make it... Hey, H. Going well, how are you? They make it so easy to hit round 100. People are literally hitting round 100 on their first try a day before the map comes out. Right. But then they don't balance the rest of the game. They want it to be easy to hit round 100, but then... you hit round 100 and the whole rest of the game doesn't get harder, so it's just easy to get to any round you want. How bad is it? I think it looks a little better than BO6, although people are saying... Here was my concern with Ashes of the Damned, which I think is already proving to be true. Which is... the map is massive, and... as soon... am I going to play BO7? Probably not. As soon as you can abandon Old Tessie, you just abandon Old Tessie. Like, as soon as you have the option to never drive again, you just don't. Which I think is a problem, because, like, the gameplay mechanic of having to get into a car and drive around the map is just very clunky. You're not progressing the round while you're using Old Tessie. You know, you're not able to kill zombies with your weapons while you're using Old Tessie. Isn't that the point of the map? I guess, but it's just clunky. It's like, if the point... it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're going for the Easter egg, if you're going for high rounds, on a fundamental level, you need to progress the round, right? You need to kill the zombies. But if you're in Old Tessie, you don't progress. You're progressing through the map, sure, but, like, you can't really kill zombies. What are my thoughts on the silly purple change? I don't know why the HUD is such a big point of contention for the fans, but also I don't know why Treyarch is struggling to just make a decent HUD. It's sort of... It's weird that this is, like, such a big issue on both sides, you know? That was... and listen, this is the same problem that I had with Terminus, where every time you're in a boat, you're not doing anything. Yeah, you just only use the Wonder Sphere as soon as you have access to them, which is, like... then my other problem that I'm already noticing, the map itself is stupidly easy, except when the bears spawn in, and the bears are just impossible to deal with. And it's like, this is the problem, is you made the game too easy, you made the zombies too weak, and so the only way that they could balance it was to just make a boss that's stupidly overpowered. That can just two-shot you with full armor. Am I using the borderless in CT5? No, I'm using a program called... Where is it? It's called Windowed Borderless Gaming. You can, I guess, look up this here. Doppelgas around 40 is just so random. The bear is troublesome, and apparently in the beta he wasn't annoying enough to deal with, so they made him spawn every round now. He's just a pain in the ass, is what it is. It's not a hard game, it's just every round you're sent the one enemy that can kill you in 2 hits with full armor and all your jug augments. Is roof spawn patch allowed for high rounds? There's no rule about it as of yet, although I believe there's going to be a vote soon. But if you ask me, just run it. Like, who cares? One of the leaks for Cursed indicates that mimics are coming back. That doesn't... Well, isn't that confirmed? It's not a leak. That's what Treyarch said, right? Or was it a leak? Is the astronaut glitched in this game? He is. Although it's effectively the same as if I had trapped him, because I don't even have oxygen in this tunnel anyway, so I might as well have trapped him. In Minecraft, there's a debate that the creeper, if added today, would be massively hated. Is that true? I don't think... Is there something comparable to zombies? I don't know. I think a lot of the things that are hated just are still hated. I don't think there's things that, if introduced as a new mechanic, would be hated that aren't already hated. Is the creeper already hated? Or is he just like... Also, the disciple injection sucks, which actually is kind of a W if you think about it. And listen, I said I'm generally fine with the idea that it should be easier to get to round 100, right? I don't really have a problem with that. My problem is, make it easy to get to round 100, then make the difficulty scale after that. Make the zombies' health go exponential, and not just stay. It would be a much more interesting game if that were the case. If people couldn't hit round 999. Old good, new bad? Well, yeah, but, like, old people weren't hitting round 100 on their first try a day before the map launches. Yeah, there's nothing about score streaks or armor being gone yet, which maybe it will end up happening, but, like, also you have the old point system, so it's just going to be the same strategy that people are already running, which is just trap strat. There's also nothing about, in cursed mode, about the zombies' health, like, increasing. Rampage induced permanently, but no, but can't you just shut it off? MC shut off the Rampage inducer on round 109. Which actually, like, reduced the number of sprinters and, like, gave more time between rounds. It makes it a lot easier. It also reduces the speed of the special enemies. Town equals too slow. Die-Rise Buried equals perfect. Die-Rise and Buried are very fun maps. But I think that Town is actually a good map for a lot of reasons. It's a bare bones map. It's designed to be a bare bones map. But also, that's what makes it a fun map, is that you just have to survive. You know, you don't have any wonder weapons. Well, you know, you have the ray gun and the ray gun Mark II, but, like, you don't have any wonder weapons. You don't have anything that does infinite damage. It's truly just a survival map. I mean, high round speeds? Well, yeah, it is slow in that sense. No power-ups, I feel like, makes no difference. Because what do you need power-ups for? Ammo? I guess no, ammo crates. Now, here's a real question. Are Gobblegums enabled in cursed mode? Will they ever be disabled in cursed mode? Because that could change everything. Gums are enabled in all relics? Yeah, so... I heard the aftertaste Gobblegum is really overpowered in the latest game. Because it revives you and you keep all your perks and you keep... Like, you keep your self-revive. Yeah, it does not have that learning curve. It doesn't have new strategies or discoveries. It doesn't have a learning curve. People are going to hit 999. People are going to start up games today on round 1 that is going to end up being a game that hits 999. That's what concerns me. Oh, didn't hear the drop. It's fine. It's activated on use? Yeah, that's insane. What's my other gun? I don't know what it is. RPK, I guess. Pull me down. I don't make it inside. I just had a bunch. Oh my god. I just had a bunch of zombies spawn outside again. Why do you have PhD then? Because eventually I'll have the M16. For insta-kill rounds. I can also still die to QEDs... like, spawning at M72 Law. Or fall damage in the biodome. If anything, I would rather have, Mule Kick. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. The game, I'll wait and see how cursed mode looks. I don't think that cursed mode is going to be any better than the current mode. Because, like, if the current mode is just, like, spamming traps and dealing with bears, what is cursed mode going to be? If not just spamming traps and dealing with bears and mimics. And you don't get to choose your weapon if you use that relic. Because the weird thing is, they're like, oh yeah, we have relics which are supposed to debuff your game, but then also for every couple of relics that you use, you get buffs. There's going to be tier 4 Pack-a-Punch, there's going to be ultra rarity weapons, which is a tier higher than the highest. So it's like, you're just making it even easier to kill the zombies. At the cost of, I guess, augments and not being able to buy ammo. Which you probably... Like, doesn't base full trade drop ammo anyway? And you're not really going to need ammo if you're just spamming traps. It's not going to be any different, really, I don't think, than what the regular mode is. Did Modern Warfare 3 have tier 4 Pack-a-Punch? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like, hey, curse mode is supposed to make the game harder, and it's gonna be just like a classic mode. So you remember in the classic mode when your weapon switched every 5 minutes? My favorite part about classic zombies was fucking running, what's that gobblegum called? That switches your weapon over and over. Disorderly combat? Yeah, that's the one. You remember running disorderly combat for the entire game? That's my favorite part about classic zombies. Fuck! It's so difficult sometimes. What was that? I don't think I need the fourth max ammo to finish this round. I don't think. But I'm very rapidly approaching that point. Classic inspired mode that blends classic and modern zombies. That's a dumb excuse. Because literally all that everyone was asking for the entire last year was classic mode. And then they give us, hey, don't worry, we brought back classic point system. And all of your least favorite mechanics are still in the game. Carbonzo. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I could end up being wrong. I'm just basing my opinions on what I've been seeing this morning. If Battle Royale never existed, do you think modern zombies would be like BO3/4 without the Gobblegum system? It's very difficult to say. I think it less has to do with Battle Royale. It more has to do with just the monetization system that games are moving towards. Where, like, hey, let's make all the DLC maps free and charge people for skins. That way we can produce shitty DLC. Instead of producing high-quality content because nobody's paying for it. That's their logic. Why didn't the reload go through? This is what we rushed BO6 for. Yeah, remember when BO6 was supposed to be the best game ever because it had a 4-year development cycle? How many years did this game have? Am I going for world record? I'm going for as high as I can go. They actually made fan card and Modern Warfare Zombies and BO7 all at the same time. 4-year development cycle, guys. 4 years of developing a game every year. That's a 4-year development cycle. That's the question we should all be asking, Alexander. That's the question that I asked my wallet when I said, am I going to buy BO7? And I went, nah, I'm not going to buy it. No need. Is this round about to be over, or do I actually need 4 drops to finish this round? Because if I need 4 drops, we are at a concerning part of the game. Slightly. What's my PB? It's around 150. So we will beat it this game, basically, certainly. That's round. Wow. Okay, well, I need 4 drops to get through this next round for sure. Okay. Let's hope for the best, I guess. Perfect. I need someone to create, like, the BO7 HUD that I could put as an overlay over this HUD with a giant picture of the wave gun. Guess where you are? Is it related to the text? Ooh. That I just got from you that I didn't see what it said? Hey, Carrie. BO7 is out for all the New Zealanders out there. All the New Zealanders. That's right. That's not enough zombies. Okay. Check my text. I promise it's worth. Okay. Oh, I love that place. I've never actually been to one, but there's one in Connecticut that I always pass, like right off of I-95. But that place is great. It has my endorsement. Food? No, he's not at food. Why am I getting respawners? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Jeez. This is pissing me off, genuinely. I'm doing the same thing for the first 145 rounds of the game, and then out of nowhere, hey, let's fuck you on these respawns. Spawn a bunch of zombies in power. You're here for a reason. All right, enjoy your trip. See? This is also why it helps to not have gravity in this room, because With gravity enabled, that zombie would just be sprinting at me and swiping me. But with gravity off, it just takes them so long to even approach me. Might be planning on visiting the East Coast because you've never been. That'll be fun. Where are you planning on visiting? I've never been to the West Coast, funnily enough. NYC? Yeah, that makes sense. My name is Mom Donnie. M.A. That's stuck in my head. I put a store in my trunk. I put a store in my trunk. You have been to Japan? I have not been to Japan yet. That's a bucket list trip for me, for sure. Hey, Sammy, how's it going? Nice glitch shot. Nice missed shot. What do you think of the BO7 gameplay? It looks like BO6. Looks exactly like BO6. Your dad is there right now in Florida. Florida is one of the places in this country. Would y'all like anything? Would y'all like anything? I need to find the dude with the store in his trunk. The map has some good atmosphere. I don't care. Because to me, it's the problem that I said would be the problem before it launched, which is it just looks clunky in the sense that as soon as you are able to abandon the Wonder Vehicle, you just abandon the Wonder Vehicle. As soon as you have access to the Wonder Spheres, there's no reason for you to be driving around the map for the rest of the game, because it's slower and you don't progress at all. You can just basically fly to every location on the map. Jones. It's Jones, not Joe's. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. That's a classic. That's an OG. That would have been nice if I didn't have Gershus. How long should you do Ballistic Knife before switching to the Trample Steam? I think you should do it for like 65 rounds, give or take. That's the current estimate. of like how long you can go without crashing-ish. More testing needs to be done. And starting off with a weapon instead of a pistol. BO4 also did that. I feel like those sorts of things to me aren't the most egregious changes. My whole problem, if you want to make the gameplay progression more interesting, is don't let people start with a weapon and then upgrade that weapon to any rarity they want. You should have to pull the mystery box in order to get higher rarity weapons. That should be the only way. Is Ascension in BO7? No, but part of it is. My problem with salvage in Cold War is the two different types of salvage. I do like it better when it's just one type of salvage, but also, you know what I like even better than that? If you just use points for everything. Because to me, salvage is just points with extra steps. Zombies wasn't zombies anymore when they made the M1911 no longer explosive pistol. Is the M1911 in BO6 or 7? Fuck. That shit is so bad. Damn. I mean, no, I'm not surprised. I think that a lot of people are saying Van Dorn, or not, that Ashes of the Damned is just too big of a map, and most of it isn't useful. What I'm noticing already from the people who have gotten to round 100 / are high rounding is the strategy for Ashes of the Damned is exactly the same as the strategy for Van Dorn Farm. And that is to camp in Van Dorn Farm and hit the trap. It's the same. Obviously, the future survival maps won't be the same, but the trap is everywhere. It's not at every location, but the same trap is at a few locations. So there were some people that were experimenting with, like, you pull the trap at Van Dorn Farm, take a Wonder Sphere somewhere else, pull the trap there, and then go back to Van Dorn Farm and repeat. And you just keep pulling the trap over and over. And which in itself isn't super bad, other than the fact that the trap gives you all your points back. So, like, you don't even have to point farm in between trap pulls. That's the biggest difference between, like, that versus any older trap strategy. You know what I mean? Sounds like the Kino strat? Yeah, but at least the Kino strat, you are at a much higher risk of dying because the trap doesn't attract zombies. Obviously, you're invincible for part of it, but, like... Cold War flopped when it called the Gersh device the Casimir mechanism. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. New story. Same shit, different names. Hey, Flanky. Blood of the Dead, at least, the trap doesn't give you points. You still have to use the Spectral Shield on Blood of the Dead. Aren't you invincible? Not entirely, but mostly. But, like, the thing is, you still need to build points. You're not able to just sit there and go AFK and kind of infinitely, and then just, like, run around and wait for it to be ready. You have to get points. But you sort of need to get points. You're going to end up getting so many points on BO7 anyway. Which, again, I feel like Cursed Mode isn't going to be all that different. They're bringing back the old point system, but then it's just the same strategy. Blood is a boring map, just a worse version of Mob. I think Blood is better than Mob, honestly. They're both trap strategy maps, but I think Blood is just more interesting. How do you expect to get the spork knife thing? What do you mean? I mean, if you're running the knife strat, it's obviously worse. But if you're running the trap strat, it's better. Should have called it a Gershie's bar. Speaking of Gershie's bar. Yeah, trust me, like, BO4 gameplay is actually not bad when you consider that, like, it's much more dynamic. My whole problem with the new games is the way that they've balanced it. They basically said, like, oh, we realized that we made the games way too easy, so in order to counter that, we're just gonna throw the fucking bear at you every round, and he can kill you in 2 hits with full armor and jug and all of your augments. And that's the only level of difficulty. Oh my god. The only level of difficulty is just arbitrarily adding a boss to fuck your shit up. Motherfucker! I believe I have to teleport. I believe I don't have enough ammo to finish the round. Fairly confident of that. But I might just teleport when I need to get more ammo, maybe? Yeah, we're rapidly approaching the point where it takes 4 max ammos to finish a round, which is slightly concerning. I need to get better at spacing my drops. I thought I reacted as quickly as I could. Do you have graphic content off? I do, yeah. That time I didn't get any respawners. Yeah, I don't think I... Why would you need to teleport? Because I used all 4 of my drops this round. But I don't think I have enough ammo to finish the round. So I need to teleport to get 4 more drops. What FOV do I naturally play with? I've been playing with 100 in this game. Is HK better for instas compared to the RPK? Yeah, HK is a lot better. 65 is crazy. At least play on 90. But also, interestingly, apparently, according to Evelyn, the entities with graphic content, you can turn on graphic content in the middle of the game, and it will not change the entities. It's only what it was when you first loaded in. So if you load in with graphic content off and then switch it to on, you'll have all the entities as if it were off. But I'm still debating if I even want to do that. I'm trying to decide if I consider that legal. What map would you recommend a casual to play from World at War through BO2? Darice, Kino, Ascension, and Buried are all great choices. Actually, if I'm choosing my my first pick choice, first time playing, what do you want to play? Probably Town on BO2. That's what I would say. Not a single person respects that Pluto vote, though. I thought there was going to be a vote that isn't out yet, or something. Or are you talking about the one that already happened? What do you mean by not a single person respects it? Apparently it already happened. What? Salisky came into my stream a few days ago and was like, it's going to happen soon, and I'll message you when the vote is out. Do you think the blood-edited spork knife strategy is faster than the trap strategy? I don't think it is. I think it depends on how you play the trap strategy. I'm pretty sure the trap strategy is faster. But the knife strat's more consistent, of course. My PB is exactly around 150, yes. So, will be new PB. By the way, Hermetrics, I got Flopper. So, which is interesting, because now I'm really debating if it's worth going for Mule Kick. And the answer is a firm maybe. People saying it was already voted legit. Changing your graphic content mid-game. I don't think anything will get in my way of beating it. I'm pretty confident about that. Unless, of course, I have to teleport and then trade right now. Which, let's teleport. It's so difficult to get all your drops separated. I'm thinking about throwing the Gersh further away from the zombies so that it sort of like strings the zombies out, if that makes sense. Yeah, I did take 4 hits earlier, that's true. Either way, if I die, I'm just gonna go for Mule Kick. Any more character portraits revealed for BO7? I assume all of them have been revealed at this point. Any down so far? 1 down. I technically didn't need to shoot that, I'm realizing, but I want to practice. Yeah, I love that as well, Sammy. You do have to be very careful with your movement, which you really don't have to on the newer games as much. BO4 you do, but like Cold War you don't need to practice movement. What are my thoughts on Widow's Wine being leaked to come back in season 1? I don't know. Whatever. Just add more overpowered things to the game, sure. Are you gonna get some cool zombies gun facts in my chat? Do you have some cool zombies gun facts? Yeah, I was close to the end of the round, but I needed the max ammo. This round I could probably make it through with 3. Alright, we're on PB. Imagine Widow's Wine with the augment system. Yeah, you just won't be able to be killed. I wonder if it will still replace your grenades, or if it will, like, do something else more similar to Winter's Wail. Also, by the end of the game's life cycle, there's gonna be, what, 16 perks in the game? Aren't there already 12 or 11? How many perks are in the game right now? Alright, Carrie, give me a fun fact about the wave gun. Currently 11? Yeah. So there's gonna be like 15 perks by the end of the game. Max ammo doesn't replenish your tacticals? I thought it does. Does it only replenish your lethal, not your tactical? Because they did say it replenishes your equipment, I thought. The wave gun is red and blue because they are pretty colors. You're not wrong about that, because when the trailer for Moon first launched, you could see the wave gun, and it was clearly red and yellow, not blue. And it was a lot uglier than the current version. Are you talking about BO6? BO7, they did make it so that max ammos replenish your equipment. There's another leak that Mule Kick may also return. I feel like there's always a leak that Mule Kick is going to return. Listen, the Mule Kick augments are good, but a third weapon wouldn't do anything for you. I really don't think. You're barely even using 2 weapons at all. Hey, Trid. Is it Trid or Crid? How's it going? Yeah, I agree, Matsko. The only one that I would even consider going for is the Tomb, but that one is just because it's like such a fast and easy 999 that like I would have to put the least time into it. I could just AFK for most of it. The left zap gun disc is used as ammo for both the wave gun and zap gun. Would I play Reckoning? Probably not. Maybe. I have BO6. It was supposed to be Chris? Okay. Do you want me to call you Chris? I believe that. The question is, why can't you cook your teammates with the wave gun? Why can you only cook the zombies? I have the same question about most wonder weapons, if I'm being honest. Why can you just launch zombies with the thunder gun, but you can't launch your teammates? Or rather, why can you electrocute zombies very easily with the wonder waff, but your teammates are just unaffected for the most part? Maybe not on World at War. I think you can shock your teammates on World at War to make them lose their jug. This is fine. Yeah, that's the thing about Cold War, is I think that Cold War is the reason that we have so many of the mechanics that I don't like. But at the same time, Cold War just feels satisfying. You are just so overpowered that, like, it is fun. Whereas BO6 is like, you need to spam score streaks to be overpowered. Okay. Why can your bullets kill zombies but not teammates? Trash game. True. Let's keep it at crid. Very simple. All right. What can you do with the jet gun? You can suck power-ups in. You can make yourself fly with the jet gun. Wait, this is one of the rounds that doesn't work. I should have waited for the nuke. Or I turn off my graphic content right now. Fuck. That doesn't feel like 23. That doesn't feel like 23. That felt like 23. Turn graphic content on? Any reason not to turn graphic content on right now? Because technically it's against the rules currently. It may or may not remain against the rules, but I don't know how I feel about it personally. Amazing Gersh fail. Okay. This is fine. I don't remember when I last hacked my boxes, so... If you pull QEDs, just throw one at Mule Kick. Okay, well, glad that only one box was hackable. Can Gershes fail on BO3? No, they cannot. That was painful to watch. That was painful for me, too. I'm on my PB round, and I get a fucking Gersh fail. And now I'm trading. My luck in the last 20 rounds has not been very good. But I would appreciate if I do the same thing I did on round 147, where I hit for QEDs, got QEDs, and then got Gershes back before the zombies even showed up to the biodome. the pitter-patter of the Horde's feet on the moon base floor is weirdly calming? It is. Shrinking the other player since it's co-op exclusive. That would be fun. By the way, I can't wait to get QEDs and then get all 3 drops out of the first QED. Alright, what are the odds that I even make it up there and it's a nuke? Okay, well, now 0 if that pad's gonna shut off. That's not a nuke. Yeah, I'm not going for it. Or am I? No, I'm not. Element 115 has to taste like blue raspberry candy. Diarize mob or 5 going? If you want it to be your first 200, probably either mob or 5 is your safest bet. Mob is slower if you're trying to hit 200 than 5 is. Even if you run 2.0 on 5, you will be faster. I can never tell if I actually hear drop spawn when it's, like, far away. I think that's because the map 9 got revenge on 7. And took 6 out in the process. Okay, I want this pad to turn on. Turn into a nuke. That's not a nuke. Nope. And I would have had the nuke too if it sent me the right way. Ah, that's the worst. Hey, Felipe. See, this is early BO7 gameplay. Look at the Nikolai picture and everything. Ex-fiance. I didn't know that it was his fiance or ex-fiance. that makes that fun fact much more interesting. Motherfucker, this pad isn't on. Get me there. Get me there. It's cooked. That's the worst. What kind of box luck is this? The same box luck I've been getting this whole game. Is this PB? Yeah, this is tied PB. I'm not going for that. Will the ray gun still kill? No, not on this round. It will take multiple entire full ray guns to kill the zombies. That's not even including pack-a-punching it, which I would have to teleport to do, of course. That box is rage baiting? Yeah, tell me about it. Fuck! Fuck! I was gonna go for it, but I wanted to wait just a second longer. Okay, well. Great. Okay, here's one thing I will notice that I actually saw in Wonder's video. Because I binged the entire Moon World Record history last night, which was a lot of fun. Well, good news is that works. BO7 curse mode looks like the best way to play the game. It does, but it doesn't look like it's going to be all that much better than the regular mode. Why is the box not moving? I hacked all the other boxes. Would I make BO7 high round videos? Nope. Okay. Well. Hitbox plus QED plus bounce? What do you mean? I made BO6? Are you saying I made BO6 guides? Yeah, and I hated every second of it. Why do you think I didn't do any since January? I didn't buy BO7, so I'm not gonna play it. Fuck. I'm trading, right now I'm trading for Gershes. Because I just used all 3 QEDs and got 0 drops. Which, I guess is 3 hordes. Sure. Okay. That works. I was passionate because I thought that the hype that existed in Cold War would remain for BO6. And then I started playing BO6 and I was like, this fucking sucks. This is awful. Well, glad to have gotten a trade done, I guess. And 4 more hordes down. And that's the nice thing, Angel. That can't happen anymore now that I have PhD. How the hell would zombies get on the moon? The teleporter, duh. Why does my FOV keep changing? I am changing it to prevent despawners. And if you want a more detailed explanation, look at the video linked in the description of the live stream. Have I heard about the Roblox mob? I've never played Roblox, so not really, no. I probably won't, PJ. Bro's playing BO7 to the zero power. This is just pre-alpha footage. How old am I? I'm 25. Meaning I'm old enough that I don't have to send Roblox a fake ID. BO7 if it was good. You would buy BO7 if it was like this? I did buy a game like this. I'm playing it right now. How do I have 5 perks on Moon? I threw a QED at one of the perks and I got a free perk. You're ancient. Don't remind me. I feel more and more ancient by the day. Have I watched Code Geass? No, I have not. I haven't seen that many shows in general, but finally caught up on Smiling Friends. I think I mentioned that in a previous stream. Did I play Little Big Planet before? I haven't, but I have seen footage. Like, my brother played that game a long time ago. According to the internet, you're an older woman? I mean, what's the average age? Not the average life expectancy. What is the average age of all living humans on Earth? I feel like that's got to be towards the low end, right? Did I play Rayman Legends? I did not. What are my favorite animes? My favorite anime is Toradora. But I also like a lot of isekai. Like, I like Konosuba. I like ReZero. And I like a lot of slice of life. You want to say 29? What's the average age of Mr. JZM viewership? That I think I can look up. I think it's actually the 18 to 25 bracket, I hope. So right now the meta is to have stamina up instead of mule kick. I'm pretty sure I should have mule kick. I think mule kick's better. The only reason I was gonna swap out stamina for mule kick, but I was like, let me hold on to it till I get closer to instas. And then I got the 5th perk, and now I'm reconsidering everything. Hold on. Let's see. Analytics. Audience. Interesting. Okay. I'm happy about this. The bottom part, I should say. Age and gender last 28 days. The biggest two brackets are 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. I am very happy to be sitting right here as opposed to if I was sitting here. This is nice. This is comfortable. I have an adult audience. I'm happy. And this is expected for Call of Duty, I guess. Bro hates children and boomers. Listen, can I tell you the truth? Everyone who fits into this category is probably all the same people that were my age growing up playing this Call of Duty. And thinking, man, modern COD is crap. And they want to play BO1 still. This doesn't surprise me at all either. Germany, 3.5%. United States, only 51% is actually interesting. All right, that's not bad. Subscribed. All right. Anyway, 3.3 females watch me. Yeah, Cowrie. You're in the 6% Canada? Let's go. If you were streaming BO7, I'd probably have a younger audience. Yeah. But that's the thing, is like, Bajer, is BO6 and 7 is way more repetitive than this game is. Because, like, I still have to react to trades and all sorts of weird shenanigans that this map has, and teleport that, like, doesn't exist on the newer games. I said it again? Fuck. I hate all of you. I hope you realize. You TikTok brain rot motherfuckers with your 6'7". Get away from me. Here, I'm gonna throw it like this, and I'm hoping it'll string out the zombies. Like that. Never understood 6'7". I still don't understand it. I don't know if I ever will. Yeah, unfortunately for you, I already have zombies clips open on my other monitor right now. So I see what's happening. Before you even said that. Bro, I don't understand why I keep getting respawners. This is actually pissing me off. Jesus Christ, half the horde is outside! I'm looking in the same spot every time. Alright, good enough. That's the point. Yeah, there's no inside joke at all. Yeah, yeah. Want to know what's funnier than 24? 25. That's a classic. That was, you know what, man, was that just SpongeBob predicting future brain rot? Because 25 as a kid was so fucking funny. I remember being in like 4th grade and that episode aired and all my friends would be like, you know, it's funnier than 24? 25. Or I guess, you know what the real predecessor to 6-7 is? What's 9 plus 10? 21. I hate to say it, but I feel like the 21 shit must have been just as annoying. Mihoy Minoy. What's 70 minus 3? 69. My aim is shit. What FPS am I playing at? 250. The new 21? What do you mean the new 21? I'm talking about 9 plus 10. Is there any strategic FPS? Yeah, that would be 250. 250, the gravity doesn't affect, or the low gravity doesn't affect you nearly as much, so it's much easier to traverse on Moon. Also, Jake was saying something about, like, the zombies will hit you a little less, or, like, have a harder time reaching you, or something. I don't know. Problem with modern memes is the person who made that new meme would use it as capitalization of making merch, scam bitcoins, and reuse the same joke for 5 years straight. Yep. I need to watch the latest South Park episode. I didn't actually see that yet. Black and blue or white and gold? Can I tell you the truth about the dress? I see something that nobody else seems to see, which is I see blue and gold. I don't see black and blue or white and gold. I see blue and gold. Is zombie counter illegal for world record? Yes, it is. But also just keep in mind, like, you have a built-in zombie counter, and it's right here. 100,000 kills? Holy. Yeah, I live outside of the Matrix. The kills leaderboard does not account for nukes. No, you have to manually account for nukes and traps. Did you see a dress that's pretty? Is it even a pretty dress? This is the dress. I feel like it's fine. This is the original photo. Like here, this is gold, but this is like blue. Not this color blue, but like a lighter, like sky blue. Do be stylish. I like the, I almost like this one better. As an actual white and gold. Best movie ever? A movie that I cannot recommend enough is the movie Hundreds of Beavers, which came out a couple years ago. Really, really great, fun for all slapstick comedy movie. Yes, I will. I think what I want the video to be, and the reason why the video is going to take longer than just how to set up plutonium, is it's going to be what is the best way to play every zombies game. So I'm going to go over, like, okay, World at War, how do you set up plutonium? Black Ops 1, how do you set up plutonium? What patches do you need? Black Ops 2, how do you set up plutonium? What patches do you need? Black Ops 3, how do you set up boy community? What patches do you maybe want? Black Ops 4, and then actually I'm going to pivot and be like, hey, by the way, you should be playing Black Ops 4 on console. But if you want to play on PC, how do you set up Project BO4? What patches might you want? And then Cold War, I'm going to be like, yeah, you got to switch to console. Fuck. Did I play BO2 before? Yeah, I played BO2. I can mention the difference. The thing is, I'm not gonna recommend T7X at all. Like, I don't think you should be playing T7X. I think you should just be playing boy community. So, like, I could mention it. I don't think it's worth mentioning. I think it's worth strictly endorsing boy community. What is the difference? T7X is a patch for the Steam version, but boy community is just a much better client than the Steam version. It's safer. Also, it has checksums and things like that to make sure that, or not necessarily checksums, but like identifiers to make sure that you're not splicing or cheating. Do a video about setting up boy client. Maybe I'll even do it tomorrow, honestly. I could probably bang it out in under a day. You just got a Joe Biden zombie. If you were to go for 255, would you recommend go for Shadows or Rev first? Rev will be a lot easier, but Shadows will be more fun. So, kind of your choice, really. No respawners that time. I looked in the same spot. Never mind? What? I don't understand. I don't know what song that is. Hardest 255? Shang and... Like Shang is the most difficult in terms of the skill that you need to have for the whole game. Knocked is the most difficult in terms of the endurance. Because it's a fucking 300 hour 255. What map do you grind for instas besides Moon? Ascension's an easy one. So is 5. Doris isn't even that difficult either. Any video that I make a guide about. The Doris video script is almost done, by the way. I've been procrastinating that, but... Ganon said he might do Knocked 255. I wish him the best of luck. I really do. Not that I don't think he can do it. I bet he probably can do it, but it's just so long. Makes it not very interesting for me. Release the Doris files. So now that the government's open, can we get some Epstein files, anyone? Gorod is also hard because of drone management. Yeah. Although I will say, like, Gorod itself is kind of a difficult map when you're dealing with drones, but unlimited downs makes things, you know. Isn't it like 300 hours knocked? Yeah, I believe the current knocked 255 was just over 300 hours. Is World at War / BO1 Doris high round the exact same strategy? It is not. But you'll have to vote for World at War Doris separately. This round? This is round. Would you look at that? Alright, new PB, guys. I'm happy about that. How bad would going for instas in Shinonuma, not World at War be? Kind of annoying. It depends, like, if you patch for a perfect setup, it shouldn't be that annoying, but the hardest part about Shinonuma is all the restarts you have to do. New PB, let's go. What round am I on pace for? I don't know. It depends pretty much entirely on my box luck from now until the end of the game. And also just my drop luck in general. Hey, Wizard. I'll have the Doris script done by today, I promise. I mean that. Hold me to that, by the way. What's my favorite character from Primus or Premises? I'm gonna answer Richtofen and hope that's what you mean. This is the reason why having Stamina Up is helpful, because without Stamina Up, I don't always make it here before the timer hits 0. Felt bad when Richtofen betrayed the Shadows of Evil crew. He was doing it for the good of the universe. Obviously, he saved the universe, which is why they're still making zombies games. And why Richtofen's back. Obviously, he succeeded. He did it. No more zombies. Okay. This is fine. See? Told you this is fine. What do you mean? I just heard more respawners. Although, how many? There's a couple outside. Oh my god, that's more than a couple. Why? Why is this happening? If Moon were to have a trap, where do you think it should be? I don't think it should have a trap, but I would probably put it in Tunnel 6, like a fire trap. One of those, like, similar to the Ascension traps. I think that would be cool. It's my favorite Alina Sigmund song. Abracadabra. The Ascension Easter egg song. Make it so the fire trap kills the asteroid too. That would actually be good. That would make it more interesting, because a trap strategy inside of Tunnel 11 would be quite difficult to execute, but also, like, would be fun. It's my favorite Taylor Swift song. I don't really listen to Taylor Swift. Nor Travis Kelce. Do you think the Plutonium devs should fix the box error? They should just leave it. Because it would just totally change how Black Ops, like, especially on a map like Noctur and Toten, that would just instantly let the record be broken. You would demolish the record on Noctur and Toten if you fixed box error. Ascension, no power instas too? Yeah, like, you can't get rid of box error. It would totally, fundamentally change the game. Because Noctur and Toten on Black Ops 1 has a really high reset. Not as high as BO3, but like, it's like 180 hours or something absurd like that. And so if you were able to hit the box the whole time, you would just crush the record. You get well past round 200. You get instas, no problem. Just that the error obviously wasn't intended by Treyarch? Well, yeah, but it's such a fundamental part of the game. Can I use this insta-kill? Is this one of the rounds I can? No, it's not. The next round that I can is round 154. I gotta be careful, actually. I'm gonna wait for this drop to go away. So that I didn't get the sound of the drop confused. Have you seen the Grammy nominations? I have not. 151 is actually the worst when it comes to the insta-kill bug. I mean, define the worst, because right now it just doesn't kill any zombies, but that's also true on round 139. Fuck! Alright. I do it as quickly as I can. It's so difficult. Is Domebox required for this strat? It isn't required, but it helps immensely. Just because, like, I've skipped an unfathomable amount of trades by getting Dome, nukes, and insta-kills so far in this game. Although eventually I will end up switching to Spawnbox. I don't understand. Why am I getting respawners? Your ex just got nominated? What? Why does my FOV keep changing? I am changing it to prevent despawners to varying degrees of success. Full explanation in the video in the description. He got nominated for one of his songs? Shit. So you're into musicians, huh? Did Seth MacFarlane get nominated for his latest album? That's the only one I really care about, if I'm being honest. I listen to so little music that's, like, coming out today. It's more of a situationship. I see. How come BO2 and BO3 doesn't have insta-kill rounds? Basically, in order to fix the insta-kill round bug, they just made the zombie's health cap at round 162. So once you hit round 162, the zombie's health will be the same for the rest of the game. Congrats on the new PB. Thank you, Void. And people found if you remove the health cap, it actually causes insta-kill rounds to happen on BO2 and 3. BO3 knocked instas would go crazy. It would be a lot more fun, that's for sure. BO3 instas would just be really fun. Although on Moon, it would just be like, oh shit, it's just shooting into the window, except with anything. I'm being really efficient with my wave gun, or with my zap guns, I mean. Rather, I'm being so efficient with my wave gun that my zap guns aren't getting enough kills. Where's the insta-kill strat room on Moon? This room. You just run the M16 instead of the wave gun. Realistic difficulty instas on BO2 survival maps would go crazy. Yeah, but realistic... I guess if you're talking about the rounds, yes. But realistic difficulty on BO2 would be so difficult. BO2, but one hit and your game is over? By the way, I did get 2 drops on that last Gersh. Do I make it through the round, or do I have to teleport again? I want to jump into that and teleport so badly, hoping that it will put me inside of the room where the strat is. I don't know if I make it through this round, but I guess we'll find out. Or I just teleport intentionally to reset it back to, Jug. What do we think? Do I make it through the round? Yeah, I probably do. Hey, Jith Handler. It's going well. How are you? Just a slow Thursday? Same for me. Work was canceled, so I'm just chilling, and then I got plans with a friend later. And also my grandma's coming over for dinner. So I am going to get off in like a little over an hour, I think. It'll be a shorter stream. But still got plenty of time. Do you know why on BO4, after you hit round 163, insta-kill rounds are more random than on BO1 and World at War? Oh yeah, I do know the reason behind that. So, on Black Ops 1 and World at War, there is a failsafe in place that says if the zombie's health is a negative number, that you should revert the health back to round 1 health. But on BO4, that check doesn't exist. And for whatever reason, that distinction sort of changes how the game calculates the math, and it means that on BO4, you get a bunch of insta-kill rounds in a row, whereas on BO1, they're a little more spaced out. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. If you were to start on a really high round, what would be the highest round realistically you could finish without resetting? I could I'm confident in my ability. I could start on any round and be able to finish the round, even if I spawn in with nothing. That doesn't necessarily apply to every map, though. Because, like, on Origins, if I spawn in on a high round and I have nothing, I'm not going to be able to build a staff, meaning I can't finish a round other than, like, tank strat, which would just be a pain in the ass. But on a map like Moon, I'm pretty confident I could finish a round. I've seen the video. Isn't tank strat like slow AF? Yeah, it's super slow. I've seen the videos. I did make it through the round. Interesting. Okay, well. What round 1000 would be like? It would take way too long. Round 1000 would take longer than all of round 1 through 255 combined, probably. Moon, yeah, Moon would get slower past round 270 because you'd have to trade out the wave gun every round. Sometimes multiple times, depending on how high of a round you start on.
Excavator Epsilon, control restored.
What window are they breaking out of? Is that inside of Tunnel 6? Round 18,000 is when its rounds start taking too long for reset. That's actually funny. This is fine. This is perfectly normal. Just getting 2 hordes out of the way right at the beginning of the round, and then we get my 1 drop right here. Excuse me. Motherfucker. Told you. Well, that could have been worse, I guess. Could have been better also. There's one zombie down there. Okay, I did hack the other box on 150, so the outside box shouldn't be hackable. I believe I'm correct in thinking that. How come Tunnel 11 is breached if the astronauts glitched in the biodome? I let it breach. So that I can play in low oxygen and low gravity. So that I have an excuse to wear the PES. And also so the zombies don't just, like, swarm me and kill me. Uh-oh. Why did that zombie's pathing do that? It, like, pushed up against the wall. It do be faster playing with gravity, though? I don't think it's that much faster. I think it's the same. Because it's not about how fast the zombies are coming at you, it's just how fast they spawn, which is the same with or without gravity. Oh, okay. Actually, let me... Nah, I'll just do it here. Because I'm going to keep hitting the box. While I gather the horde. Okay, fine. I heard another zombie spawn, but I don't know where. That's unfortunate. Okay. I am now 7 hordes into this round and no drop. That's fine. My QED luck has been really good, because I've been getting explosions really consistently. I got 3 astronaut explosions off of all 3 QEDs. Just no drops. And this is what I mean. It's like, you know, getting a world record isn't just about skill. It's also about luck. And I'm pretty sure my luck in this game has been horrendous. I obviously didn't pay my taxes. Fuck me. Can't QED reset the round and give red max? Not if you throw the QED out of bounds. Also, no, it doesn't reset the round. It just adds 24 more zombies to the round, is the effect you're thinking of. It can't reset the round. Red max isn't a risk if I throw it out of bounds. But, you know, there's always some concern. I didn't hear that drop earlier. I'm not going to go for it. Lack of dingo taxes. Trade list 153 to 190. I fucking hope I do. What does a red max do? It takes away all the ammo out of your current clip. Which, if I'm holding out the wave gun, would just get rid of all my wave gun shots. Hey, Chronic JP Cole. Yeah, it just empties the clip. So like, if I have a full wave gun and I get a red max, I just lose 4 shots. Where did that spawn? Oh. Send me to the right. You can't make that up. Okay, well, that's 8 hordes into the round. No max ammo. This is fine. Okay. This is fine, like I said. Yeah, 8 hordes, no drop is crazy. Oh, there we go. Okay. saying all my drop spawned. I was worried that was gonna happen. I guess at least I have Gersh's back. For like 20 rounds, I had QEDs like the whole time, and now I'm gonna have Gersh's the whole time. I mean, I'm not complaining about getting rid of 8 hordes, I guess. What a mess. What? Where did that come from? Novacrawler's officially been your op since 2010. I think Novacrawlers on this map are more balanced than they are on Kino. They're also balanced on 5, relatively speaking. Highest insta-kill round that could be beat is round 3034. You know those videos that are like starting on round 100 and seeing if I can complete the round? Starting on round 3034 and seeing if I could beat the round. It's just a 75-hour video. I want someone to make a QED mod that installs Ubuntu on your PC and then opens up the game on the exact same round. Can you get all perks on Moon with the QEDs? You can. It's just extremely unlikely. But you can. Community mod that forces me to pay my taxes. I already paid my taxes, alright? I don't know if anyone would want to complete a 78-hour insta-kill round. I definitely would not. Not even for content. Just the grind set. Interesting. You might box error? That's funny, actually. What is this luck? Am I doing something wrong? Lockbox at power and hit for... Oh, like during the round? During the eternal insta-kill round? Alright, odds that I get this nuke? That's not a nuke. This might end up being the longest 152 ever. This is actually ridiculous. This is my second trade of the round, and I'm on my second max ammo of the round. Don't be deceived by what you see on the top right. I'm only on my first drop. Or I only had one drop. This is what I mean. It's like, you can play well, you can learn the map, but it's very RNG dependent. I don't think there's anything else I could do. And, like, my trades aren't even good either. Every trade I've had has been greater than 20 hits, except for one. Yeah, genuinely. I might have better chance just trading out the wave gun. Any reason I'm running anti-clockwise? Just because of where the box is positioned. It's easier to kind of bring the zombies around the rock to the opposite corner before I go to hack, if that makes sense. Fuck. Can this turn into a nuke, please? Oh my god, I'm goated. We win. What happens if you have Mule Kick with M16 and AUG packed as well as the Hacker Wave Gun? You would, so if you have multiple underbarrel attachments like the Wave Gun and the M16, it will prioritize whichever weapon you're holding out. AUG goes to the bottom? I don't think that's true. Because if you have M16 and Wave Gun, they're both on left. But also, that's what I mean. Like, this is why Dome is probably worth it for so much of the game. Those Dome nukes just save me an immense amount of time. Because if I didn't get the Dome nuke, what am I going for? QEDs and then Gershes again? So much trading. Is it true that every time you kill a zombie, there's a 1% chance to drop a power-up? Yes, but there's many more factors besides just that. Because there's also something called point drops that you need to be aware of. It's 2%? Yeah, 2%, but like there's more that goes into it. And really, it ends up turning into like... You basically almost always get your drops at the very beginning of the round. I'm looking forward to insta-kill rounds. But this is sort of the biggest drag part of the game, is when you're not quite at insta-kills yet. So close. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's worth considering earlier in the game when you don't need to teleport for, like, when you don't need to teleport for extra drops. I don't know. Because the only other reason I hate doing wave gun trades is, like, at any point you can get a dome drop and cancel the trade. And if I don't have a wave gun when that happens, then it sort of negates the point of having dome box, and then it's better to have spawn box. Yeah, well, late game I'm switching to spawn box for sure. I just don't know what round I want to start that. Because even if my insta-kills don't work, the amount of nukes that I'll get probably will be worth the loss of time for the trade itself. If that makes sense. There's at some point, there's like a line that I'm going to cross where eventually I want to have spawn box. I just don't know where that line is right now. Yeah, you want to do wave gun trades, like, when you know that you're not going to have enough max ammos to finish a round, you do it before you teleport so that you can get an upgraded wave gun. Think spawn is better after 200-ish? I believe you. That makes a lot of sense. Because also at a certain point, don't I not want to use QEDs anymore? When does that point happen is another good question. Alternating boxes is an interesting thought. The benefit of alternating boxes is every time the box moves, I have all the zombies damaged, and then I just run to the other side, and I get, like, at least 8 box hits in before the zombies even show up. You gonna go take a nap? Alright, I'll talk to you later. This is my PB, yes. And I'm like 7 hours faster than my previous game or something like that. Maybe 6 hours faster. I have to double check. Yeah, that makes sense. The other thing, isn't it possible for me to use a nuke and still, like, if I have the horde gathered and I get a nuke and one drops a power-up, can I shoot them with the wave gun and it will prevent all the others from dropping power-ups? As long as they're close enough? This is insane. So, like, nukes still, to a lesser degree, but still have the ability to force only one drop out of a nuke. So it is just good to be in here in general. This is insane. I need a drop on this third Gersh, surely. This is my third drop of the round. Is this going to be my third trade of the round? Don't go to the casino tonight. I wasn't planning to. I was planning to go next week, actually. Yeah, once I'm doing wave trades, I'm going to spawn. For sure. You have got to be fucking joking. What is this round? What is happening? Semi-left. That's the worst. I would have gotten the nuke, too. Yeah, this is the third trade on this round. I guess the second one I canceled with the dome nuke, but... Meaning I didn't finish the trade, but geez. This is insane. Is 200 even possible? If I have trades like this every single round, I'm not hitting 200. Although, I have insta-kill rounds, so maybe I still hit 200 if that's the case. These trades are horrendous. Couldn't tell if I just heard a drop. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't notice it. Shit. It looks just like the last game they made. Yeah. I need to find the wide Richthofen PNG to put on my game here. Where did that spawn? I see. Did the pad just shut off? Oh my god. Oh my god! Fuck! That's not QEDs, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's not. This is the worst. I don't understand. I have no explanation. Bro was evil in a past life to deserve this? That's crazy. Will I quit out to play BO7? Nope. Where BO7 gameplay? Wonderful streaming BO7 right now, right? Someone is finally doing it? Who, me? You just missed all the action. I just started my 3rd trade of this round. I had to do a trade before every single max ammo this round. Have I considered getting luckier? No, I actually haven't thought about that. Let me try that. Let me try that next time. Tag normal with no pap? Ooh, someone's finally doing it. Someone's gonna get to around 600. Didn't knife the box before hitting. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even have to teleport either. I have to consider the next time I go, it will be speed cola. So eventually I do want to reset that. Or have an excuse to teleport. You do this crazy thing called cheating for good luck? I should try that. I should just patch it so that I have perfect trades every time.
A contender proves worthy. What
Cole, thank you for the channel membership. Welcome. You got super ultra rare QED effect to give Gersh every box trade. That would be great, wouldn't it? Jake, what are you doing right now? Are you off today? Are you playing today? I mean, I'm gonna get off, like, probably at the end of next round, depending on how good my RNG is. I think I'm very close to the end of the round. I don't know how close. What's the best difficulty for Kino? Probably hardened. There's an argument to be made for normal difficulty. because you're running through traps, but I would still say hardened. That's round. What a mess of a round. I'm gonna get off at the end of this round. All right. Run veteran if you have the steel for it. You can't run veteran because your guess was 50 minutes for how long this round will take? I fucking hope not. I'm gonna get off before then. The problem with veteran is I don't think you can run through the traps like at all without dying. At least it's really difficult. Not last round. The timer was on screen. It was like 43 minutes or something. I don't remember what it said. Yeah, which is ridiculous. It should be like a 20-minute round. Or like a 22-minute round. It was 43? Yeah, that's... I don't think I make it inside. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I need 4 drops to get through this round, so I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't remember if any of the boxes become hackable this round. I have to check outside box, I believe. I think the other 2 I hacked last round. If I'm correct. I might have to double check all of them. Or check the footage. Well, that helps. Yeah, I didn't hack this one. Was that... No, I'm saying the other ones I hacked last round, right? But not teleporter? Am I correct in remembering that I hacked them on 152? Yes? Okay, that's what I thought. So I'll just have to double check the teleporter then. This is the therapeutic part of the strat. I like when I'm just emptying my wave gun slowly and I don't have to think. I just heard a dome drop spawn. I don't know how I heard that from all the way over here. You can't make this up. I'm getting incredibly lucky with my explosions, like I was saying. I'm getting explosions so often. But it's just not giving me power-ups every time. I want exactly one power-up. Or 0. Oh my god. That could have been worse. Is the astronaut stuck or something? Yeah, he's not moving. Alright, do I go for the nuke? Let's have fun. Let's go for the nuke. Left. Huge. What do you mean? What was that? I didn't fucking jump? Fuck this game. Great. Ah, shit. I didn't want monkeys. Monkeys. I didn't want crawlers to spawn. Excuse me. That's not what I need. Wouldn't have gotten that. Thank you. I wanted to get off already. Fuck, what? This luck is so bad. Of course. Of course this shuts off as soon as a drop spawns there. I would have gotten it too if it sent me the right way. That's the worst. Oh my god. This luck is just horrendous. I don't know what I'm meant to do about it either. Can I not get Gershes for the life of me? Hail Mary on this double points turning into a nuke. Send me to the right. Motherfucker. Would have gotten it too. Still no Gershes. This is insane. Still no Gershes is just crazy. Bro, 2 of them just died. More than that. Holy. And that's only my second power-up of the round. And I need 4. Is the BO7 DLC map called Moon? It's called, like, Ostra something. Takes place in, like, a planetarium. Great. Yep, let's just have a bunch of respawners in there. Yep. Even though I didn't do anything different. Fuck! Let me just group up. Not playing BO7 yet? I'm not playing BO7, period. How did I get the alpha for BO7? They put it on Steam and they didn't even notice. What even happened? Even though I was looking at the zombies, they just despawned for some reason. Do you know why the astronaut does a moonwalk after you hack the pap? No, I don't. I just know not to do that. All right, I'm making it. Yeah, with stamina up, your cycles usually aren't as good here. Oh, that was nasty. My movement is insane. Why did I take the PES over the hacker? I'll show you why. Because of this. Roll credits. Okay, Cinema Sins. Make Cinema Sins great again. Nice BO7 gameplay. Thank you. I don't know. This map is a little bit better than Ashes of the Damned and Van Dorn Farm. It's the new secret DLC for BO7. At least I like it a lot better. Alright, let me just get this last drop easy. And then we're chilling. And then I finish the round, and then I'm getting off. Told you. This looks so good, I'm gonna go pre-order BO7. That's funny. See, I'm using the Casimir. Alright, that's in BO7. I'm the depressed Nikolai HUD icon. Exactly. I thought I could make it. Alright, I should be close to the end of the round, and then I'm getting off. You already unlocked gold camo for that shotgun? I bought it for COD points. I didn't unlock it. Cause I'm not gonna get the elite eliminations. That's just like 10 elite eliminations to unlock a camo and a weapon. That's too many. What do elites spawn, like, once or twice a round? How am I supposed to get 10 of them? Thank God, I'm getting off. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Probably tomorrow. Peace.